Well, thanks for visiting us this morning at arklatex I'm meteorologist Josh Marces with your Monday morning forecast update. We do have a cold front on the way today. We won't feel the colder air until tonight, but what we will kind of feel and see is some rain and thunderstorms moving through this morning. And after what's been some fairly active weather for the last week or so, once we get this final push of rain and storms through, we do have much nicer conditions on the way, basically for what will be the remainder of the work week here. But you can see on satellite and radar, warm front continues to push up into Oklahoma as well as Arkansas. So the entire Arklatex here, we're in this kind of warm and humid January air mass, and of course you get warm and humid air, it does lead to some instability and the potential that we could see a few strong thunderstorms out there. So the latest outlook from the Storm Prediction Center shows most of the Arklatex here in their marginal risk outlook, which means maybe one or two of these storms could become severe just because of some large hail or high wind, talking maybe some quarter-sized hail or larger with maybe one or two of these storms out there. I honestly think wind probably a little less of an issue than what hail will be as far as the severe weather threat today. But it's a very low-end severe weather threat, but it does exist, so just kind of keep an eye on that as we move through the morning. Here's the setup. Again, pretty warm morning, low to mid-60s. We even still have a few locations that are in the 70s, which would put us about 10 to 15 degrees above what the normal high is this time of the year, just to give you an idea of how warm it is this morning. And we've had just some isolated showers and storms popping up here in that warm and unstable air, and you can see if some of those thunderstorms moving up across East Texas and Louisiana. But it's actually the cold front back towards the Dallas area here. You can see that orange box that popped up along I-35. That was a severe thunderstorm warning over there for the potential for some wind and hail. But as these storms move into the Arklatex, again, they're moving in during what is typically the coolest portion of the day. So if these were to arrive a little bit later, we'd be a little more concerned. But nonetheless, we may see some high wind and hail, especially north of I-30. Once we get to about 9 o'clock this morning, the area of low pressure that's kind of pulling this activity away from the Arklatex, that's actually moving up into Arkansas and Missouri, so that will kind of stretch this line out. So what we'll see is just this narrow band of maybe showers and maybe a few broken thunderstorms as well. And I think the biggest issue for us this afternoon, probably just some thunder and lightning and some gusty winds with this front, but you can see by about 2-3 p.m. the rain will be wrapping up pretty quickly. So thankfully for us, this is a quick moving front, which means it's not going to bring a lot of rain here, and we should see some sunshine perhaps late in the day, but it is going to stay breezy, some southwest winds today, gusting above 20 miles per hour or so. And then as we move into Tuesday, just partly cloudy. I do have dry weather in the forecast tomorrow. There's a look at the rainfall potential. Again, our in-house model showing about a quarter inch or less. It's possible some areas can see maybe a quarter to a half inch of rain, which won't cause us any problems. And a couple other things, some of the fog is still out there, visibility about 2 miles in Minden and Magnolia, but since we did warm up overnight, a lot of the fog just kind of went away here. But keep the umbrella through the morning. Highs later today in the 60s and 70s. Again, we may even see some sunshine come back late in the day today. And then as we go into the 7-day forecast here, what we're watching for the rest of the week, we've got one little disturbance that may move through on Wednesday, bring a few showers. That will cool us down later this week. Tomorrow, actually, a really nice day as well, as we'll be in the 60s and then dropping into the 50s Thursday. So it'll be cooler but dry to end the week, and we've got one chance of rain, especially for the northern Arklatex Saturday, and it looks like we'll salvage some dry conditions next Sunday.